So it's day 6. Got up bright and early, got out on trail. Um, really nice day, another really nice day for hiking. Headed towards the next shelter, which is like 5 miles away, and in between Little Rock Pond and the next shelter, there's an area called Rock Garden, and then there's an area called White Rocks, and the areas are like just scattered with all these little cairns and piled up rocks from hikers and stuff like that. So they're pretty cool areas. The trail that morning was pretty easy, pretty normal, not too many ups and downs, pretty straightforward trail, not a lot of elevation gain or loss, so it wasn't too bad. Once you get to the next shelter, though, you can pick up water there, but I didn't bother to because I know it sets way back about 3/10 of a mile off the trail. And then I knew that there was a stream you cross down by the road, so I just bypassed the next shelter completely and picked up my water down by the road before I cross over. I think it's Vermont 140, and then you head up over Bear Mountain on your way to Minerva Hinchy shelter. Real nice morning. You'll see from the hike and the upcoming cairns that it was a pretty cool day. So the area coming up here in a few short moments is the area called White Rocks. And White Rocks is just this, it's a pretty large area of these, I'm assuming hiker cairns, or an area where everybody just stacks rocks up, like cairns. Some of them are very creative. Some of them are just, just piles of rocks. Some are very well balanced, and you can see from just the area it's very large, and it's incredible. And why did this area have so many rocks piled up in it and stuff like that? So real interesting. The previous year my son and I hiked through this area, and we actually stacked up a cairn of our own, and I'm kind of looking for it at this point, and it's kind of back there by that larger rock. Unfortunately, you can't zoom with the GoPro, but it was still there, the one that we did the year before. So it was pretty cool to see it again, and then I got going down the trail again. At this point, I've passed Green Wall Shelter, which was the next shelter on the trail, and I've come down a pretty steep grade. And once you come down this grade, then you end up near this little Vermont stream, and you walk along it for a little bit, and then cross over stuff. It's hard to get close to, and there's a couple areas where there's some nice little waterfalls. They're not big or anything like that, but it's just real neat little waterfalls. And as you can see, the water's real nice and clear. And once I cross over here, as you get on the trail on the opposite side, it follows along, and I get like a little bit of a distant shot of one of the small waterfalls that kind of goes down where it's rushing pretty good. But just a really, really nice area and stuff like that. Kind of close to Vermont Route 40, and once you cross over Route 40, then you head up over Bear Mountain. This next section I'm going through is right next to Cascade Gorge, and Cascade Gorge is this really neat area. But right as I get ready to cross over the suspension bridge, somebody had left a cooler with Trail Magic, which had cookies and soda and stuff like that in it for hikers, so that was really nice. From there, cross over the bridge and cross over Vermont 103, and then it's a real steep climb up to the top of like Clarendon Lookout or Clarendon Dome or something like that. So real neat area, just beautiful, the gorge and stuff like that. So from there though, once I get to the other side, I don't do a lot of filming because I'm basically trying to get in a 20-mile day, and I'm trying to make time on the second half of the day. So I really stay focused on hiking and not so much videotaping. And so I'll finish up here in a little bit with some photos and stuff like that, and I ended up finishing with a 20.1 mile day to get to Governor Clement shelter. This is the last little section of videotaping I do for the day, but it's kind of neat. I cross over this little mountain meadow, so to speak, on the top of this pretty decent height ridge and stuff, but it was just weird how I just kind of walked out into this open meadow, and then you just travel along for, you know, maybe a quarter mile or so, and then it just goes right back into the woods. You keep traveling on your way to Governor Clement shelter, which isn't very far down the trail from here.